In this video, we will discuss how to use the schedule node. The schedule node is used when you want a skill to run automatically at a defined time instead of waiting for a user to trigger it manually. One important thing to note is that this node is available only in skill workflows. So to begin, we open the agent and then open the skills section. For this demo, we'll create a new skill and give it a name. Once the skill is created, we open its workflow and add the schedule node. Inside this node, you will find the cron expression field. This is where you define when the skill should run. For example, you can configure it to run every hour, every day, or at a specific recurring time. One important limitation here is that the schedule cannot run too frequently. In this setup, the minimum allowed interval is 15 minutes. That means anything more frequent than 15 minutes will not work. So while configuring the cron expression, make sure it follows that minimum interval. Now to demonstrate the use case, we'll add one more node after the schedule node. For this example, we'll use a simple message flow so that the skill sends a greeting message. This helps us confirm that when the schedule is triggered, the workflow actually performs an action. Once that is done, we save the node settings and then save the skill. Now at this point, we have two ways to test it. The first option is to wait for the actual scheduled time. So if the cron is set for every 15 minutes, we can simply wait for that schedule to trigger the skill. But for demo purposes, we also have another option, which is to debug or run the flow directly. This is useful because it allows us to test the workflow immediately, without waiting for the full schedule interval. So we click Run and execute the skill. Once it runs successfully, we can verify that the flow has been executed. To confirm the result, right now, let's verify whether the skill is sending the message on the agent or not. In this example, this agent has Canvas Chat configured as the messaging channel, so we will verify the result there. Now when we open the chat, we can see that the message has been received. This confirms that the skill was triggered successfully. Next, we will wait for some time and verify whether the skill runs automatically on its own, without clicking the Debug or Run button. After the scheduled interval is completed, we can check the chat again. And now we can see that after 15 minutes, the agent has once again sent the greeting message automatically. This confirms that the schedule node is working correctly, and the skill is being executed based on the configured cron schedule. So if you have questions like, why use the schedule node? Use this node when you want a skill to run automatically at fixed intervals. For example, sending periodic reminders, generating regular updates, triggering routine checks, or running background tasks on a schedule. Instead of waiting for a user query, the workflow starts automatically based on the cron expression you configure. And that's how the schedule node works. It helps you automate skill execution based on time, making it useful for recurring and background processes. And with that, thank you for watching.